Hey, why are you exhausted? What's your problem?
No, no, it's good. It's good exhausted, but
Okay. So tell us, talk to
okay.
me.
So I did a little pivot in my business and I started doing this service where it's designer for a day
Okay, yeah, I know that.
because I wanted to work more directly with homeowners. And here where I am in Florida, a lot of the big projects, they go through the contractor first and then the designer. And so I'm just like, I want to get directly to the homeowners. And I know that there's so many people that they have their contractors giving them suggestions on, like, tiles and kitchens and bathrooms, and I'm just like, that just is a disaster in a lot of scenarios, and I would always see, like, people post in, like, the local Facebook groups about all these, like, disasters that are happening, so I started to put this service into the local Facebook groups, and I got a lot of good responses. Oh, I had one last week, I did one today, I'm doing another one on Thursday, and then I have another one next week. And I like it because it's literally just like an extended consultation. So it's like 3 to 4 hours, and I can help them with whatever they need help with right now. So like the woman I had today, she's doing a kitchen remodel, so she needs help selecting her countertop, the cabinet color, backsplash, all that. So that's what we did today. So we went to a bunch of showrooms, we made the selections, edited it down for her. So she has like 1 to 2 options, and now she can move forward with her contractor and she feels less stressed, she's not overwhelmed, and she feels confident in her decisions. So I actually love the service. And what I like about it too is that it's a couple hours and then it's done. Like there's
Right.
no, so it's a good fill in for, you know, when you're not doing, in addition to full service projects, because it's kind of like a one and done for the
Right.
day. And I have to say I really like that. And I didn't know how I would, feel about that, but I may do it more. So I'm thinking about
Right.
it.
Okay, well, I think it's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
um, I'd be interested. What do you do in the case that, let's say you're doing a kitchen and like they've started and they've got this design and everything, and then you're looking and you're like, because I've done that, where they've come in, they're like contractor, and I'm like, that's not what I would do.
Right. But again, this is a different service.
I know. So how do you deal with that, Bill?
She showed me her plans today when I first met with her, and they're done. So it is what it is.
I guess so then you're saying, "Okay,
Like
I'm not talking about that."
it's not full service design. And
Right. So
you're not involved in the project from the beginning. She already worked on the cabinetry and finalized it. So now it's, I need countertops, help me pick the color. I need a backsplash and put it together. So that's what
so you're so you're good because you're saying
I'm helping you with what you need right now.
right. So you're not getting involved in, "Well, could have done this and should have done that,"
No,
and
no,
okay.
because that would need to be done earlier. And that's not the service because I
Right.
only have limited time.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, it's not stressful, right? Because the plans and the construction, all of that's the stressful part.
Yeah.
So, I'm,
Yes,
like,
what is the
liking it.
stressful part? What is the stressful part?
The stressful part is dealing with all the trades and the contractors and the schedules and the timelines and the
Yeah.
permits and the delays, and that all eats into our time and our money as a
Yeah.
designer.
Yeah.
That eats into so much profit.
Yeah, it does. So I was having a conversation yesterday because I was working with this in this project here. I didn't pick the contractor. I wasn't used to working with this contractor, so it's just like, okay, I'm gonna make it, like make it work. Mm. It was a lot of work because the contractors I work with, I tell them they do it, they show up, you know, they take
Yeah.
notes, it gets done.
Yeah.
And this was not that experience. And as a result, it's like doing it again and saying it again. And like, okay, and then things get missed. Well, we didn't know that. Well, it's in the contract. How can you not know that? Because we went over the contract.
Yeah.
Because I was also part of the contract too, right?
Yeah.
So, and as a result, what was in easy, it was a small kitchen.
Mhm.
What should have been an easy project was time consuming because of this,
Right.
I don't want to say miscommunication, but just lack of reference.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we didn't send, like, every single conversation was notated and a copy of it sent to them saying,
Right.
this is what was discussed. This is what you're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And this is what's going to happen when.
Yeah.
And then didn't happen. Like just dumb stuff that shouldn't ever go on.
Yeah. And that's really what I just don't wanna deal with anymore.
Well, I realize part and parcel is like working. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's working with trades that
Yeah.
you've established this relationship with.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
no,
that,
I agree.
you know, and that's why whenever I start with a trade, I always start like just a small project, little thing. Can you do this? What's your response time? How quick are you? Like, do you ghost me? That kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're ghosting me on this little project, I'm scared of the big ones and it just doesn't progress because I'm like, you were a good contractor, is in the work was well done.
Yeah.
You said what you were going to do, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of work for me to have you do that because
Yeah.
I don't want to micromanage. I don't think I should have to micromanage. You know what you have to
Yeah.
do. I know what I have to do. I've told you what to do. I've told you, like, okay, the door's 3 feet wide. The trim is this. It has, brown oak trim. The door is a 6 panel. I've given you all that information. There's no reason why
Yeah, but
any of
that's
those details should be missed because you have it written down.
right, but they always there's always things that come up where they are, and then we have to go to the site or deal with a you know
Or they don't include you in that conversation. They just deal with it.
Yes, exactly.
They're like, well, we just threw that out. We didn't know we had to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Yeah.
be reusing that faucet. So now it says in the contract.
Yeah.
So who's paying for that faucet? Because I'm not. And it's written down in 3 different notes.
Yeah.
Reuse existing faucet in demo. Keep the faucet to the side or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know, I just feel like I'm at the point where I just felt like I wanted to pivot to do something else for a little bit,
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
and I at the end of the day, I really want to connect with the homeowners.
Yeah,
So, this is a great way for them to contact me directly, and I can start to work with them and develop a rapport with them, and it'll just expand from there,
right.
you know? Because that's the other thing too, it's like you gotta come up with a creative way to get leads.
Yes.
And I feel like it always works better when you meet with somebody in person
Or,
and talk to them rather than trying to like I'm not I don't send like cold emails and like I just felt like,
well, it's hard to send cold emails because
I just don't like
it's
that.
easy to find business addresses and emails and stuff. It's not easy to find,
I mean, I get
homeowners.
DMs and emails all day long, like a million of them. And I
Yeah,
just
but from businesses, but not from personal,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So how do you find those homeowners? Because even I was on for a
Yeah.
while, I did Welcome Wagon, right? And I got the emails, but there's a problem with it. Welcome. I mean, it was years ago. Maybe they changed, but like when I was going through it and
Yeah.
looking, I realized that like these are supposed to be new homeowners within the last 6 months that moved in the area. And I'm like, wait, that's my client who bought that home 2 years ago and I've just finished it. Why
Mm,
am I paying for that information?
yeah.
So then I started going through it all. And there was a way of, referencing county website to find out when people bought their homes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And all the, it was like more than half of them, 70% of them were no good, as in they no longer lived there because I could see it on there. They had moved. They weren't.
I don't like to use anything like that. I just never had good luck with it, even with like the paid ads and stuff. I really feel like for me, what I've noticed is to be in, like, the local Facebook groups with moms and other business owners. I feel like that's the most effective way
Hmm. I mean,
for
I
the
did, yeah,
for
I
where
did
I am.
Instagram ads and, it's kind of it got better,
Yeah.
but it's also costly. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a couple projects, but I kind of feel like for the amount of work, like I was just breaking even. Well, I don't need to break even.
Yeah, no. No,
So,
yeah, so that was my day.
well, good. Well, that
Yeah,
sounds exciting.
and the client I had last week, she was awesome. I went to her office, helped her with her office, and she was like and even the client today, they were like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad that I saw that you, like, have this service because it's exactly what I need." So, I feel like there's a need for it.
Right.
So, I'm excited to
Good.
try.
Track it. Let us know.
Yeah, and it's a good way to get after I finish it, I send them an email and ask for a Google review.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
able to, like, get Google reviews because that
Yeah,
was something
because
I was never good with about asking. Like, I have all these projects that I did from, like, years ago, like,
yeah.
houses I've built for, like,
Yeah, but we didn't do Google.
years, and I
Yeah.
never
Yeah, but
I
years
know.
ago you didn't do Google. Like 10 years ago, you weren't doing Google. I
Yeah.
didn't think of Google.
Yeah, but I mean, Google reviews have been a thing for a long time, and I feel like I've never, like,
Okay, well, I
really
never.
took advantage of it, so I think it's important because I look at Google reviews.
Yeah, I think the thing about Google reviews is you have to not only just Google, but you have to be on like the Google reviews. The more as you get reviews and people hit your Google business site, then you get pumped up in you get pushed up in the rankings, right? So you get
Yeah,
it before the fold, which
right.
is key. That's what I found that was the best thing about the Google ads is that it pushed me up to the top
Okay.
toward the areas where I was doing ads. And so people were like, oh, you were the first person that came up,
That's amazing.
and so that was really good. The other thing you can do for Google is you go onto your Google profile a couple of times every day if you can. Put in an FAQ, put in a picture, put in something, do something is sort of like a keep it
Yeah.
active and they see these people are paying attention. It's sort of, and if you do that, it also pumps you up in your ranking,
Yes.
pictures or whatever it is. One little thing every once
Yeah.
in a while.
So, there's so much value in that, so I'm gonna try to be better about that. But, yeah, when I finish with a client, I ask for a Google review, so that's my tip for anyone. Ask for
We
a
got
Google
lots of people watching today. Anybody have any questions?
So, actually, Ruben said that he's an interior designer based in Dallas, Texas, and everything you're talking about and the constant struggle with getting contractors on the same page is my biggest headache even after the plans and direction has been discussed, so that's what Ruben said today. We
Ruben,
feel your
Ruben. Thank you. Well, Elizabeth and I are here every Tuesday, design tea, although today I'm having coffee. Design tea, we're talking about design, interior design, the business, the ups and downs, what makes it work, what doesn't make it work.
Yeah, and, like, whatever little tips we have that we're finding, like, maybe that are working,
Right,
what we're trying just to throw some ideas out there and help you guys with your
right.
businesses.
Elizabeth and I met and we started talking twice a week and just exchanging ideas about business, how we're feeling, some woes, lots of trials,
Yeah.
lots of tribulations. And then we thought, well, let's share this on a bigger platform because if we need it and we're just two bitty little interior designers here, I'm sure there's other interior designers that have their studios in their home, are trying to grow, trying to help more people bring beauty into their life. And we hope that you get something from we hope you join us. Tuesdays, we're consistently the only thing we're consistent about is that we are consistent about
On
changing.
Tuesdays. We're consistent
Shut up.
about Tuesday.
Right. We're consistent about changing our time when we meet because we usually meet at 4:30, but we couldn't do it. We're doing it 3 o'clock today. But look, follow us, and you'll know when we go live because we'll be live.
So what is going on with you, Risha? What's happening?
So I'm just trying to put together my a presentation for tomorrow.
Okay.
I already did my initial presentation, and it was my fault because I didn't realize how important the partner was in the decision. Now they don't live together or anything like that, but previously when working with this client, it wasn't an issue and there was not that input necessary.
Okay.
But this time it appears that it's very important to have both voices on this project. So the first presentation, I only did it with the one client.
Okay.
And then he went away chatting now. I don't know what was discussed, but it's very hard, I think, for clients to take what a 2-hour presentation and then translate that into like with the plans and the elevations and the pictures and etc.
Well, then they explain it to somebody else. That's crazy. Yeah.
So as a result, things did not go very far. So I am revamping based on some of the feedback from both of them, and I'm revamping the presentation and going to bring in, some of the elements that I had presented before, and then bringing in a few new pieces too. But I insisted that both people were there.
What?
That's key
Yeah, of
because,
course.
yeah. So
You're
it's
wasting your time otherwise.
yeah. I mean, it's a little frustrating because I feel like I've done the design and I was there, and you know, yes, I'm lucky. Well, I did a presentation on Saturday and it was fantastic. I mean, my clients signed on, they were thrilled with everything and I had said to them, look at, we'll be about 80% and then they'll be like I need this option or that option. We'll be about 80%. And he said, "You know what? This was more than 80%. Like we loved everything that you presented." So I'm like, "Fantastic. Like even better." So that's exciting. But and when that doesn't happen, I feel like haven't done my job. So somewhere there's a miscommunication. So I really want to push this forward because the value of an interior design, not just doing the design, but moving the project forward. Keeping the momentum, keeping the decisions, get decisions made, get action happening in it, and so it manifests. Because it's very easy to make the decisions and then it just kind of stalls. Because that is the easy part, making the decisions. Now, get those decisions, whether, okay, say if it's just wallpaper. Well, it's not just wallpaper. You got to figure out from the wallpaper installer how much it costs for him, when is he available, how much yardage does he suggest, and you got to get the price. And like wallpaper, as you and I both know,
Huh?
is it priced by yard? Is it priced by roll? Is
Yeah.
it priced by single roll, but you have to buy it in double roll? Is it priced by yards, but you have to buy it in, they price it by yard, but they sell it in the roll, and you have to have, I don't know
Yeah.
why
It's
they complicate it.
complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
So this one little thing will literally stall you because just thinking, okay, well, how much do I need? Well, and then you've got the horizontal repeat, the vertical repeat, you got to take that into account. So I see projects get stalled because people get overwhelmed with those decisions.
Yeah. Wait, we have a comment from Georgia Blakey. Hope I said that right. Love the zesty orange. Which came first, the wall color or the portrait of the man with the hat?
Portrait of the man. No. Yes, I had this piece of art first, but this color is a favorite color. It's not just in my office. It's also upstairs. It's in half my wardrobe.
What's the color?
It's a canyon something. It's like a burnt orange. Of course, I love orange. So it's on my ceiling. Thank you for the yeah, I love it.
Okay. Well,
So yeah. So that's what I'm working on and I'm gonna present tomorrow and it's gonna be much better, but it's a little bit of slogging because it's like, okay, where am I? Like I had this momentum going and now I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure because another voices come in after the presentation, which I thought went pretty good,
yeah.
but now it didn't from the feedback I got. So,
Okay.
um,
So have you met this person before?
yeah, I know them. It's a
Oh,
previous
okay.
client. It's a previous
Okay.
client, and So I'm like, okay, it's just moving one step at a time. That's all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully tomorrow you'll get answers and it'll be finalized.
Yeah. Just move it to the next step.
Yeah,
That's really
exactly.
what it is. I mean, but I have a bunch of other projects that are moving forward, which is great. People are signing on and, the clients sign on to some stuff and then I get a email, paid the invoice, get an email saying, well, maybe I should rethink about the wallpaper for the bathroom. I'm like, sorry, too late. Because when they pay it, soon as I put the invoice out there and get the pricing, put the invoice out there and get a decision as quickly as possible because
Yeah.
prices change. So, like for this presentation I was doing on Saturday, I had picked a lighting fixture and it was already in my catalog of pieces, and I must have priced it before for someone else, but I know I haven't used it.
Yeah.
And I just sent it out for repricing. Now, it's in my catalog on my design platform catalog, and it's not that old. I didn't input it that long ago. It's doubled. The price is doubled
I know. I've
from
experienced
5,000, which I thought, okay, that's the high
I
end of what
know.
they would pay, to 10,000. I'm like, oh, no, because like I wouldn't have presented it had I known it was in that range.
Mm,
Like, I was looking for something 3 to 5. 3 to 5, okay, this is just on the top end, but I knew that they would love it. So I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay." But, like, now I feel terrible because now I have to go back and say, "Well, it's 10 grand."
Yeah.
And now I have to find an alternative because I can't just go back. I don't know about you, but if stuff falls in really expensive, like, beyond what I think that the budget can take,
Yeah.
I come back saying, "Okay, look, if you really love it, then you pony up the money."
Right.
Or the alternative, here's 2 alternatives, right? More
Yeah.
work.
That's what I do.
Yeah, more work though.
Yeah, I know. And I've been saying it for like the last couple months, the pricing is gone. I mean, it just like, seems like it just keeps going up.
Yeah. And I don't know why they just put this tariff on the side. Just put it in there. I don't care. Tariff or not, I'm still paying it. It doesn't really make a difference to me. Just say the price is not a 5,000 with $1,000 tariff. Just say it's $6,000 and get it over with because like what difference does it make? I don't understand. I don't know about you, but I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they going to take the tariff off then? I'd be shocked. If it changes, hmm,
I don't
let's see
know.
if that's ever
Maybe that's
happened.
the perk. That's the plus of it having it separate. So maybe it will.
Maybe. We'll see. I've never seen prices come down. Have you?
No, no, and
Yeah,
never.
you don't need to pay that tax anymore. Like all the when they do the parkways and they put tolls on and say,
Yes,
we're collecting tolls to pay for the construction of this. And 45 years later, you're
it's
still
still
paying the
paying
tolls. And the tolls are like they used to be 25 cents and now they're $450.
$20.
Exactly. So, like,
Yeah,
it's just a joke. Kidding, kidding, kidding. Kidding stuff.
yeah, I agree.
That was my coffee. If tea means gossip, what does coffee mean?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering. Does coffee mean anything?
Yeah. I have to go to a Collier County Building Association meeting after this, so my day is not done.
Yeah, I have a lot of work still left to do. Are there any questions? Anybody have any questions or any comments they wanted to leave with us? You're always welcome to reach out, DM us. We can answer your questions there.
Yeah. So next week will be in the afternoon again, we think?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there I think I have to ask you if we can move it next week.
Oh, okay. So we might change this.
I'm sorry. I think it might just be a little earlier. This is one thing that we're constant. Keep you
Yeah.
guys on your toes. Sorry, we
Yeah,
don't mean
we'll
to
be
do it,
live
but
on Tuesday at some point.
yeah,
Okay. Sounds good. Well, we hope everyone has a great day, and we will see you next week.
absolutely. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Okay.